Hey guys, we will be doing a hip strength and control session for today, a little short snack session. A lot of it is going to be in 90-90. All you need is a few yoga blocks around. If you don't have yoga blocks, that is totally fine. Everything can be done without the yoga blocks. The first thing we are going to do is some manually resisted hip capsule cars. You're probably like, what is that? So coming to kind of this L shape sitting on the ground, you are going to rotate your thigh bone in as much as it may go. From here, you are going to manually resist with your hand the rotation going out of this position. So I am trying to push my thigh bone out this way, but my leg is resisting. So now I'm going to be feeling quite a bit of load in my hip capsule as I am pretty much in a fight with myself. Reset, rotate the thigh bone in, take your hand on the inside of your leg. Leg is pushing into hand, hand is pushing into leg. And you are going to build up enough resistance to make sure you're feeling load in this hip capsule. If you have blocks around, you can take a block underneath your opposite hand that's not doing anything, just to kind of elevate you off of the ground a little bit. But we have 5 reps, so that was 2. We have 3 more. Rotating in, pressing that thigh into your hands into your thigh for 3, 2, 1, and release. Rotate in, press your hand into your thigh into your hands for 3, 2, 1. One more. Hand into thigh into hand, in a fight with yourself for 3, 2, 1. Whew. We'll be TikToking from right to left. These are manually resisted capsule cars. So a capsule car is just the act of rotating the hip in and out. By us resisting and kind of fighting the movement, we are loading this movement. So we start an internal rotation. You start to press your thigh into your hand into your thigh. 3, 2, 1. Open. Pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 more for 5, 4. Put up a good fight. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay. So now we're going to do back to the right, but opposite. So your thigh is going to be open and trying to come in towards the midline. And you are trying not to let that happen, but your leg will win. Yes. Rotating internal for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset. Open hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 3, 5. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 more. Open. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. So hopefully you are starting to feel a little bit of fatigue in the joint capsule. If not, you are probably not generating enough effort or tension. So try to generate effort and tension if you are not feeling much at all. Start with the thigh bone out. Put your hand here, pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let your sits bones come off of the mat while you're doing this. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 3. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So hopefully your hip joints capsules are primed. We will be assuming a 90-90 position now. My left leg is forward. My right leg is behind me. So there are a lot of adjustments we can do here. If you feel like you have to banana over to be in 90-90, just take your outside arm and open it over to the side. You can even come down to your forearm. If you are seated more upright, I assume that you have some nice open hips to be here, but don't force being in a crooked position to be upright. Back leg, we are going to be doing some hip adduction lift-offs. You don't need to know what that is, but visually, here's what you're going to do. Squeeze that right booty cheek. You're going to lift the leg, hold for 3, 2, 1, lower down with control. That was your test rep. If you were like, girl, I could not get the leg off the ground, take your body over to the side so that you can get some sort of lift off. All right, we have 5 reps. Here we go. Exhale, lift for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. This is 2. Lift, 2, 1. Lower down. Notice no movement, literally no movement is happening in my upper body. Try to keep this statute at the top so that we can focus more on loading the hip. This is 3. Lift, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift, 2, 1. Last one. Lift, 2, 1. Nice. Adding on, this is a movement pathway. So starts off the same. You're going to lift that thigh. You are going to rotate now the thigh bone, pulling your heel bone forward, going to a half butterfly. Retrace your steps. Rotate your thigh bone into the back space, and then now see if you can press that leg slightly wrapped behind you. What that's going to do is now load your hip extensors, your glute, and your hamstrings. Minimize any additional compensation movement that might occur in the spine. So this is a lot of mindful movement. You have to pay attention to what's going on. Here we go. Lift, rotate that thigh bone, half butterfly, rotate it back, press it, wrap it back for 2. Lift, rotate the thigh bone, rotate it back. That's 3. Squeeze the cheek, lift, rotate it. Spin the thigh bone inward, wrap up behind you. 1 more, lift, rotate. Spiral the thigh bone in, wrap it behind you. Whew, that is hard work. I think where people miss the mark with this type of work when they find it on the internet, they look at it, they try to copy and then do, and then it ends up just being very loose, no tension, no effort, just trying to go through the motions. This training is for your joint capsule. So you always have to ask yourself, do I feel sensation in my joint capsule? Am I loading myself enough? Am I producing enough effort and tension in what I'm doing? And I can already say this, even though I don't see you, if you're going faster than I am, you're probably not doing those things. So Make sure you are not so much focused on just checking the reps off, but make sure you are trying to get to those in ranges and squeezing out as much tension through your movement, because that's load. And that's what we want to do. Load our hip capsule. Moving on to the other side, you'll just swivel over to the other side. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. We have those straight rear leg lift-offs to start. If you need to kind of kickstand yourself out to the side so that you have, a little bit more of an open angle here, go for it. Okay, here we go. We have 5 lift-offs. Exhale, lift off. Squeeze. You feel a lot of tension here on the side glute. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lift for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Tap. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. This is 4. Squeeze. Don't let that heel droop. 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Going into our half butterfly, half 90. You lift. Find the end. Now start to rotate your thigh bone. Tap the heel. Rotate. Press behind you. Get your glute hamstring involved. Lower down. So what I'm saying is a lot of sensation-based cues. You should feel it here. You should feel it here. You should feel it here. Yeah? Lift. Rotate. Notice my thigh bone just stays put as I'm spinning it forward. And then back. Quiet in the lumbar pelvis area. That's your low back. That's your pelvis. This is 3. Squeeze out that rotation. Press it back into hip extension. 2 more. Lift. Rotate. Reverse. Last one. Best one. Squeeze the cheeks. Rotate. Reverse. Lower down. Whew. Okay, finishing off with one more movement pathway. You'll be going from butterfly to straddle. Options here, if you have blocks, you can put them behind you just to kind of assist keeping your spine upright so you don't get into this sunken slouchy place if you need to. Hands can be as close to you as you can have them. If you have tighter hips, I suggest walking your hands a little bit more out and away from you. So find a happy medium there. You're going to lift this right leg, foot, ankle, thigh bone, shin, everything comes as one piece. Keep this lifted as you extend the knee. Lower down with control. Second leg, lift. Extend the knee. Slow, slow, slow. We go back to our butterfly. Right leg lifts, hip flexor. Hello. Bend your knee. Place your butterfly down. Again, lift. Hello, hip flexors. Bend. Lower down. Nice. Again, lift. Extend. Lower down. Left leg. Squeeze the front of your hip stuff. Extend. Lower down, closing the butterfly, lift, bend, place down with control, lift, squeeze the front of your hips, bend, lower down. You have 2 more. You should not at home be doing any of this. That is not it. You need more tension if that's what you look like at home. Extend, lower down, squeeze, lift, extend, lower down, closing our butterfly. Try to reset tall spine. Bend, lower down, squeeze, lower down. One more. Lift, lower, Control the descent, finishing, and lower. Last side. Lower. Whew. So that kind of really targeted the quad, the hip flexors. Also, we got some side hip, some back hip. This was kind of a short snack session. If you want to circle through these exercises for another set and make it more of a full training session, you could also do that. If this is just like a primer, a warm-up for hip day, or just a circuit in your leg training day, it could also be used as that. So have fun with this, and I'll see you next time.